Tell us how you found out about Survivor Bloomsburg originally and why you decided to apply and compete in Season 3.
When I went to orientation for Bloom, at the involvement section, they started talking about Survivor, and I thought it sounded really fun. Thought it would be a fun way to make friends and meet people on campus, so I signed up.
In episode 1, the first activity was the island hopping, where you had 30 seconds to get trios standing into various hula hoops. How did you feel about your original trio that you formed with Hayden and Jack? Did you three form any alliance at that point?
The three of us did form an alliance, and I really did enjoy them. I thought they were great teammates to have.
The three of you were gifted with a special power that night for winning the bamboo stick circle drop catch, which was the best friends trio necklaces. How come you three didn't use it at all in the game for immunity?
I don't think it ever got to a point where we felt like it was absolutely necessary. I mean, when I got to a point where I was ready to leave the game, I wasn't voted out. I had to leave because there was some stuff in my life. But I think if I had stayed, we definitely would have ended up using it on one of the three of us.
In episode 1, how did you all select who the other members of the OG Given team would be for the season?
I remember Dane, he came up to us and asked us to pick them, which we thought, we admired the confidence. We picked the team that was closest to also winning that round because we figured if they were second, then they're also strong.
In episode 2 on the quad, Given dominated in the challenges. Tell us which ones were your favorite to participate in and why.
We were like untying ropes just because I think knots are like fun to mess around with. And then I really liked the word puzzle that night, where we had to write in like what the sentence was, just because I really like word puzzles.
By episode 3, who would you say were the rising leaders within the Given team, and do you feel that has impacted the result of this competition thus far?
I definitely feel like Dane and Evan were the most like forefront leaders of the team, like telling everybody like how things were going and things like that. I just think they were really good leaders, and I think that definitely gives them an edge in the game because people are gonna be less likely to go against them now just because they were so like great when we were all on the team together.
In episode 3, Given dominated yet again in the challenges at the rec center. What did you enjoy most about being at the rec center for the competitions?
To be honest, I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy the physical challenges, the more sporty ones, but I did think running back and forth with the balls and the spots, I think that was fun.
By the time you got to episode 4, back in the ballroom, did you have any alliances that you had created since episode 1 had filmed, and if so, with whom?
I had an alliance that was not really spoken on too much with Dane, Evan, and Connor from Given. Dane just kind of looked at me and said, yeah, you're in with us, and we didn't really talk about it further, so I don't know what was happening there.
In episode 4, the first thing the castaways encountered was the first team swap of the season. You got switched to Ukari with Taylor, Cora, Jay, Brandon, Carlos, and Dylan. How did you feel about this brand new team, and why was Safety Box Challenge so difficult for you all?
I wasn't a huge fan of working with them just because I feel like we had very different ways of going about things. And that challenge was so difficult, I think, because there was just not a lot of communication, because I would say something and it would be like disregarded.
In episode 4, we learned you left early due to an illness. Were you concerned at all that you were going to be voted out due to your absence that night? How come you feel Ukari chose to save you instead?
I definitely was pretty scared I was going to get voted out, because I was like, well, this was my own fault. I was the one who ate 7 packs of Fun Dip. But I do think they saved me because that was my only like fault. I don't think I had done anything else to them that was worth voting out, and I think they had other reasons to vote other people out. So.
Does Fun Dip like give you the ick now?
Yeah, I mean, I ate more of it at Fall Fest, but I was really gross this time.
Ew! In episode 5 at the beginning, we saw several castaways jump into the pool before the very first challenge began to search for ducks with goggles. What were your thoughts about those castaways taking that leap of faith to find the ducks?
I definitely think they were smart for that. If I liked being in the pool more than I do, I definitely would have jumped in, but I hate getting wet, so I was like, it's not worth it. That's not worth it.
In episode 5, during the Flamingo Beach Ball Battleship, you chose to be in the float guarding the beach balls. How did you choose that role, and what were your thoughts about the teams joining forces to take out Ukari each round?
I knew I wouldn't be able to get the balls. I knew I wouldn't be good enough, like strong enough for that. Just because I'm not a strong swimmer. I didn't want to not participate at all because I knew that would up my chances of not getting voted out. So I figured my best bet was sitting on float. And I really was pretty frustrated that everyone was teaming up against us. I still don't know why they did it. I'm pretty sure it was just because easy target. But at the end of the day, that was really frustrating.
In episode 5, another team swap occurred, and this time you joined the new Lasula with Blaine, Gurley, Hayden, and Jack. Thoughts about that new group at the moment?
They were great. They were really good. It was nice to be back with some of my friends from Gideon, and I feel like I worked really well with Blaine, so it definitely worked out for me.
You then lost Hayden and gained Holly when Hayden used his triple swap shake it up advantage to move players around right before a tribal. Thoughts about that move?
That was a very annoying move, and that's all I'm gonna let myself say about that.
In episode 5, Lasula DQ'd during the bodyboard horizontal rappel challenge in the pool. Tell us what happened and what made it so difficult to complete.
Yeah, I feel like we just got really rough matchups with that one. We did put up a fight for some of them, but I was matched up with Cade, and I don't think I stood any sort of chance in that. So.
In episode 5, you faced off against Cade in the kickboard tug-of-war and lost. Then you went to tribal council and tried to get Jack voted out. However, multiple advantages and idols were played, and nobody from the Sula ended up going home. Tell us how you felt about that moment.
That was a rough one, because Jack did approach me afterwards and was like, "Hey man, what the I do wish things had gone differently, because Jack's a really good player. I don't think he deserved to be voted out, but I didn't have too much of a choice. Aww. It was just really frustrating having an advantage, and another, and then a third, and it was very confusing.
In episode 6, at the sports fields, you unfortunately were unable to attend, and Lasula ended up voting you out at the first tribal visit. Did you realize that it was going to be the end of the road at that time?
Yeah, I had messaged Blaine and Jack and said, "Hey guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it tonight, and if you guys are going to vote me out, then just let me know beforehand." And they did, and I don't blame them for that. And I had a lot going on, so I did kind of know this is my last time playing Survivor.
Of the 12 remaining players in the game, Hope, Holly, Connor, Evan, Dane, Jay, Scott, Danielle, Hayden, Jack, Logan, and Blaine, who do you feel has the best shot to making it in the Final Four in a few weeks?
I think the Final Four would come down to definitely Danielle. I think she's smart enough. Dane and Evan, just because they do have just that competitiveness. And I'm gonna say Blaine. I think Blaine's gonna make it. Yeah.
What did you learn about yourself by participating in Survivor Bloomsburg Season 3?
I learned that I really do enjoy working as part of a team, and I enjoy having unique strengths come together to tackle different challenges.
What do you feel makes the Survivor Bloomsburg experience so unique and fun to do, or even watch as a spectator?
I think just because of how creative the challenges get. It's not like anything it's just really interesting stuff. I think the creativity behind the challenges and what we're made to do is really interesting, and the creativity put into the advantages and how they're hidden and how to get them.
Is there anyone you would like to thank who is supporting you in this campus competition? Friends or family? Any shout outs?
I want to shout out my friends Izzy and Shay, because they came to almost every episode.
If you could tell other students why they should consider applying for next year's Survivor Bloomsburg Season 4, what would you tell them?
You could win $1,000, and I think that's enough.
Do you have any final thoughts?
Survivor's really fun. I am definitely sad that I wasn't able to continue. I will be returning next year, and good luck to the remaining castaways.